hopefully you'll see some new kit from this guy here, which is Simon Westland from Blackmagic.
We're looking forward to the tour already.
Absolutely.
No, the last one was great.
The last one was brilliant,
I think
wasn't it?
this is going to be fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's great to get around the UK and meet all the different customers.
Yeah.
So, yeah, very much a part of what's coming up in October.
Excellent, Simon. That's looking forward to it. In the meantime, the alarms are sounding. It's the Blackmagic new announcement alarm, I suspect. It must be going on.
Going off on a regular basis
absolutely.
at the moment, John.
It is, isn't it? IBC 2013. I'm going to have to start with the quick question, what's new?
The customary question of what's new. Some fantastic new announcements again this year, and whilst that's become an expectation to some extent from customers, we should never rely on it and take it for granted.
Yeah.
Guys have been working incredibly hard on the Ultra HD 4K products, and we have a massive upgrade to the ATEM 1ME production studio. You recall at NAB, we released the Production Studio 4K.
Yes.
We've now upgraded the 1ME version of the ATEM. We've put 10 6-gig SDI inputs on it. It's got a brand new front panel design with a built-in LCD and the aluminium front panel that you've seen on a number of other products. It's HDMI 4K. It's got an Ultra HD frame store of 180 frames for Ultra HD media clips. It's got the world's first Ultra HD DVE, so pan, tilt, zoom, rotate your Ultra HD image.
Fantastic.
It's got a built-in power supply.
Just hold it up.
I dropped my mic off.
Hold it up to your side.
See if we can just touch something. I'll hold it.
Yeah.
So we've got built-in power supply on that unit. Tons and tons of new features on it. It's the same price as the old one.
Wow.
So, I mean, you've used ATEM.
We use ATEM all the time. We're using ATEM here. We are currently switching with a 2ME, I do believe.
So, this is also dropped in size, John. It's now one rack unit.
One rack.
So we've dropped it in size. We've put 10 6-gig inputs on it, built-in power supply, host of new features, and it's the same price point.
Amazing.
So that is an incredible product.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think the interesting thing with that is that, of course, it's not just Ultra HD, it's SD, HD already, but it's equipped for people who are going to move into that area.
Yes.
And we saw this at NAB. We spoke at NAB about the prevalence of 4K. And 4K was everywhere. Yeah. And we're seeing it more at IBC. And we wanted to very much continue that path of upgrades on the ATEM product line.
And as far as the panel side, it's still compatible with all the other panels?
Absolutely. Ethernet connected, whether it's computer control or broadcast panel control, interchangeable. Use the big panel, the little panel, doesn't matter. It really is cool, and we've got it on the booth and we're showing it, and we've got 10 Ultra HD sources.
Wow.
We're live switching.
Yeah.
Of course, we're playing those 10 sources from HyperDeck.
Yep.
Because HyperDeck's got the 4K recording and the 4K playback. Another product I think you've used.
Absolutely, all the time.
In the past, this is easy for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know
we use this stuff all the time. Absolutely.
You know these things pretty well.
Yeah.
HyperDeck Studio models have had an update.
Right.
Again, brand new front panels on them. The aluminium front, so it's strong and attractive.
Yep.
You'll like this one. On the HyperDeck Studio Pro, we've added ProRes 422. ProRes LT, ProRes Proxy.
Brilliant.
So you've now got longer recording times to the SSD. And what that means is if you use one of those more compressed ProRes formats, you can get 24 hours onto one SSD.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
So all of a sudden, for archiving, for live event use, for logging of transmission for TV stations or whatever, you can get 24 hours onto one SSD, put 2 discs in, you don't need to come back to the unit for 48 hours.
Brilliant.
Outrageous. So so that's HyperDeck Studio Pro, free update for the new ProRes codecs, download from our website today.
Gotcha.
HyperDeck Studio, changed to that built-in power supply now, so no more external brick power supply. And HyperDeck Studio will also get the ProRes updates at some point over the next month or two.
So if you've got a current HyperDeck Studio Pro or HyperDeck Studio, those software updates for the ProRes will be on their way.
Absolutely free. Free today for Studio Pro and coming for Studio in the next month or so.
Fantastic.
The alarm's going again.
The alarm's going again. They're going to say, you're going to reel them off.
The other things that I think have been really important is we're seeing evolution of this 4K message. So we've got quite a few updates on our mini converter side. So we've added the 6-gig SDI and HDMI 4K to a bunch of the mini converters.
Right.
So we've got mini converter optical fiber 4K,
Nice.
new version of that. Because of course for 6 gig SDI, you're talking short cable lengths.
Yes.
So fiber becomes really important in a live environment. We've got the SDI to HDMI 4K.
Right.
And what this does is it'll take single link 6 gig SDI, dual link 3 gig, or quad link HD SDI, and spit it out as an HDMI 4K signal. So for connecting to projectors and the new monitors, really simple. And there's a new SDI multiplex as well, which is all the different flavors of SDI in and out. So you can go 6 gig to 3 gig dual, you can go 3 gig to single link 6 gig. You've got all the matrix of in and out.
And that's over fiber on the
No, that's an SDI
and
SDI
that's great.
But really just converting between just single link, dual link and quad link.
Demux it at the other end.
So they're really important because I think as people have started to adopt 4K and look at the way that different manufacturers are interfacing to those products, there's still quite a few people are using 3 gig dual link to get into the 4K monitors and displays. There's a beautiful new Canon prototype 4K display in this hall. That, funnily enough, is we're using DaVinci Resolve on the grading on the Canon booth for that. But that uses quad HD SDI into it. So that's exactly where converters like this are going to be so important for people that are getting into 4K workflows. So I think we're seeing IBC as a lot of evolution of the 4K Ultra HD message, and the more and more people that we start to talk to are really adopting that now. I mean, I'm sure you're getting 4K everywhere you talk.
Absolutely. 4K is the thing of choice to talk about at the moment, I have to say, and it's great that you guys are stepping up and are producing kit at a ridiculous rate of noise that seem to support this.
Well, we try. I mean, I think that look, 6 gig SDI is something that we launched at NAB, and we're really pioneering with that. I mean, we believe that it will become the standard for connection because people just want a single cable SDI connection, and the capability is there. So the fact that we're seeing it now come through to all of these products, even the HyperDeck Studio Pro, it's got the 6 gig SDI, so it's a perfect companion to the switcher. And it's about people being able to build a workflow for that content production. We won't get 4K broadcast until we've got 4K content. So it's about people being able to spec now for 4K production, and we're really seeing that very much a reality as of today.
So just very quickly, as I've got you here, moving away from 4K for a second to another impressive product, the Pocket Cinema camera is now shipping since we last spoke.
Absolutely.
Just going to ask you, how's that going?
God, it's tremendous. I mean, we're seeing bigger volume now, which I think that's what most people want to hear, and the information that is good news. We're seeing the real ramp up in the manufacturing of that. So volume-wise of units, we're getting a lot out to people. It's stunning, John. I mean, this is it's a £700, $1,000 cinema camera. And it truly is a cinema camera. Don't compare it like for a video camera. Because it's not. No. It's designed to produce those wide dynamic range images, and you use it as you would a cinema camera. So there's a different discipline to the way that you shoot. But if you look at some of the stuff that Philip Bloom's done, and Philip's on I think with you guys, over the course of the next day or two, you look at some of the stuff that Phil's shot and that other guys have shot, it's just stunning. The image that's coming off this camera is incredible. So a lot of those getting out the door. As Patrick and I walked over from our booth in Hall 7 to here, we were looking at somebody filming on a booth. Somebody was walking down the corridor with their Pocket Cinema camera. So it's great that we're sort of seeing them in the marketplace. And I think people are going to have a lot of fun with the product. I think we're going to see some fantastic things created, just simply because of its portability. I mean, it is amazing.
It is, absolutely.
So good news on that. We're hoping that we'll get a little bit later on the 4K camera than we would have liked. We hope to have that shipping in quantity by now, and it's just not back by 2 or 3 weeks. We think that we should have those out by about the end of September. And a similar story, it will ramp up in terms of production. We're going to get these into full manufacturing capacity, but we know volume. You can do volume. We can do volume. So once it gets into manufacture, we're confident that those numbers of back order will come down really quickly.
Brilliant. So we've got a couple more minutes. You talked about the new ATEM and the new HyperDecks. Do we have some kind of delivery time on those when we can start expecting to get our hands on them?
Yeah, we do. Well, the HyperDecks will be end of September.
Yep.
They literally will be into manufacture in the next couple of weeks. And the ATEM is October, so
Right.
all pretty soon.
Yeah.
They're products actually we've had the development underway for some time. We were first looking at the updates to the ATEM back in December.
Yeah.
The guys were working on it even that far away. So yes, good news on those is they're going to ship really quickly.
Yeah.
We also was one of the things that we added on the similar vein. You may remember at NAB we did the Smart Scope Duo.
Yes.
This was the rack mount monitors.
Yep.
The 2 8-inch displays. I think you've got one.
Yep. Yep.
out of the door there. All this product placement's fantastic.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it?
We've made the Smart Scope Duo 4K as well.
Right.
So you've now got 2 4K monitors and 4K scopes in that.
Brilliant.
That ships immediately.
Excellent.
Already in manufacture. So yeah, I say evolution on all of those things. ATEM October, HyperDecks end of September.
Yep.
The new Smart Scope now, the new converters I talked about, they're October dates on those. So everything pretty quick, sort of coming through.
And so obviously you're coming on the tour.
We are.
And if people haven't been able to come and see you here, are they going to be able to get their hands on some of this to have a look at it on the tour?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, one of the things that we'll do on the tour very much is we show how these products sit together in a sort of flyaway type kit, so that you can take the whole of your 4K production on the road in a case of something like 10 or 12 rack units. So we'll have those flyaway kits out on the tour, and a bunch of the other products too. I'm sure that we'll have cameras there and stuff as well, and be part of the workshops that you guys are doing. So
that's great, Simon.
We're looking forward to it.
It's going to be fun. In the meantime, if people want to come and see you during IBC, whereabouts will they find you?
We're Hall 7, right in the middle, and I think we're pretty easy to find over there.
Yeah, find the big one in the middle. But if you want to know, it's H20 is where it will be. H20 Hall 7.
That's absolutely right.
And of course, the website, if people can't get here, I'm assuming
BlackMagicDesign.com.
BlackMagicDesign.com, will they find out information about all the new products? Is that up on the
site?
They will.
Yet? Everything's on the site. Yeah, brilliant. Everything's brand new on the site. There's press releases on there. There's images. People want to see them up close. They can download images straight away from the website this morning.
Brilliant, Simon. Thank you for coming on.
Pleasure, John.
We
nice
will definitely be popping around and seeing you later on in the show.
Sounds good.
And talking tech and all that sort of thing. That's great.
Take care.
Simon, thank you.